Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Mercury, or Sailor Quicksilver here. And yes, it's raining, or it was raining, but still raining. So today we're going to give our thoughts on what Deke would call this one talk radio, or talk wireless. And in this one, Jadeite is, going to take, we're seeing Jadeite wants to take might from folks who listen to, shows on the wireless. So Queen Beryl gives him the all right about doing this, and he starts doing this show. Well, he's reading a love sheet which Patricia Haruna sent in, and she's so happy that it got read. But Serena can't believe that Patricia Haruna would have sent that sheet in. Luna then comes in and goes, if you don't get to sleep, you're going to be late for learn, and then the whole day's just going to be bad. So then Serena goes to sleep, not happy about it, but goes to sleep. Next morning, Serena's father reads about a unknown sleeping illness that's starting to take over some slights of, of the town. And he makes some kind of joke about, some kind of stunt about how he wished he could fall asleep. He wished he could fall asleep. And then his mother goes, we don't need you to do that, because if you do, we need you to, help take care of this kid. And he goes, oh, he was only playing around. Deke shifted that out to being, oh, did I forget about your wedlock year day. That was where they shifted it out from. So then they get there and learn, and everybody's yielding. Patricia Haruna comes in, and Patricia Haruna is, not herself. She's like like sleepy, drowsy, whatever going on. And everybody's worried. Serena and Malvin, Molly, everyone's worried, but no one really seems to know what's going on, and she falls asleep in class. Luna then is walking down the sidewalk of the street, scathing Serena for not being Sailor Moon earnest, and saying, oh, well, if her teacher scaves her for being late, well, she brought it on herself. Then she meets up with Andrew, who says, oh, it's good to see you again, Luna. I'll give you some milk. And Luna thinks that might be a good stead for her to have her headstead at. Well, after then Patricia Haruna is then put into a healing wing and taken to a healing house, and no one really knows what's going on. And they still don't know. They ask Serena, she doesn't know. Why Molly and Melvin ask her, who knows? Well, as they're walking home from Learn, Serena and Molly start talking about, boyfriends they wish they had, make up a saga about a boyfriend, send in a sheet to the show, and then get a gift. So they all thinking about who they're going to write about. And Serena hits into the wire steeple. Well, Deke shifted this out. It wasn't shifted out by Deke, but what Darian said was, oh, you're talking about someone cool? Well, guess what? It wouldn't be you. That's what Deke made him say. And the Viz take it was, oh, you need, so kind of you to say you're sorry to a wire steeple. You need to, walking and talking is not one of your greatest skills. And then Molly said, I could write about him. She goes, go right ahead, write about him. But there's nothing cool about you, Darian. You're a creep. So then they go to meet, then they go there, and the stronghold keeper tells her on his shift that there is no show on the wireless FOLKWORK by that name. He should know because he works there, and she should go home. Well, then I guess it goes around again at night, I guess around 11 in the evening, 11 at night, the show comes on. And she's like, yeah, that stronghold keeper was lying to her. And then Luna goes, well, why had nothing written down about it? And Serena's like, yeah, that's weird. Now, in Deke, it was shifted out to be they're a new show. They don't need to have themselves written down in anything. Well, then the next day, Molly gets one of those gifts. It puts her to sleep and takes her might. And Serena gets zonked by some. It gets, gets it too, but not as much as Molly. So Serena has this dream where she's going to meet with Tuxedo Max, and Deke's take was, are we in harm's way? Says, is there something going wrong? He goes, no, there's not. And then she goes, you be my boyfriend? And he goes, yes, I will. And, well, I won't hide anything from you. Because Deke kept that mostly the same, but shifted out what some of the words were, and Luna wakes her up from the dream. They then go to the wireless FOLKWORK again, and then we see Serena get the shape-shifting stick, or staff, or whatever you want to call it, because the name was, so some folks are misled by the tool's name. And after that, she makes herself be a news broadcaster. Well, I guess it would have been a wireless broadcaster, but it's one and the same, I guess. So they get in there, and J-Dot's doing his thing, and she goes in and says, you know what? You shouldn't watch this show. You should not get any of these gifts. If you do, don't do anything with them. They're harmful. Well, in Deke it was, he doesn't care about you or your love, which really does come a little bit down to what was said in the Viz world, because in the Viz world it says, love sheets should be written to folks you truly love. And then the Fiend comes after her, and they get into it, and then we see Serena shapeshift. She beats the Fiend, and then she wants to beat Jadeite the same way, but it doesn't work. And then Tuxedo Max throws a red rose. But in Deke he goes, don't give in to them, Sailor Moon. But in Toei and Viz's world, he doesn't say nothing. He flies away until we meet again, laughing about it. So the next day, you have Serena writing out a note to, I guess, is Tuxedo Mask, because that's what Deke shifted it to. And Molly says, hey, let me read it. And she's like, no. Well, in the Deke world, it was, let me show you the note. And then Molly shifts it to say, and then Patricia Haruna comes in and goes, I'm sorry I worried everyone yesterday. I'm doing all right. And then Serena says that's her learned work, and that Molly should give it back. And Patricia Haruna then says, oh, did Serena do some homework last night or did some learn work here today? Let me see. Now, they shifted that to being a love sheet. And the next one is going to be learn how to be skinny from Serena from Usagi, which was shifted into Finn City or Finstead. So that's my thoughts on this one. What I liked about this was almost everything from the Deke one was kept in here, except there was one little scene where there were two men standing by and one in a wane with a smoke in his mouth. And that was the only thing that Deke skimmed from it. Yes, Deke did skim and shift some of the words that were coming out of some of the cells' mouths. But beyond this, everything in that following was as Deke did it. So I'll see you later. Sailor Mercury, Sailor Quicksilver, Amy, out.